Your Hardware Canucks 2014 CES coverage is brought to you by NCIX, technology connected.
Alright guys, so coming on to the cases in the Corsair suite here at CES 2014, one of the new additions to the Graphite series is the 760T. Obviously, one of the unique features of this case is the fully acrylic side panel. It does open with a simple hinge like so. As you can see, it does have a little bit of wobble to it, because it is full acrylic, so you're not expecting insane rigidity out of this thing. This is strictly for aesthetical purposes and not really and is also removable simply by taking it off like this. Corsair, you know, they do have a certain standard when it comes to internal design. So this interior is the identical interior to the 750D, which has a lot of benefits. So you have a lot of SSD brackets in the back. You have these toolless hard drive cages here, and as you can see, it's a very open concept. Lots of room to work with, water cooling options, and they're also announcing their Corsair Hydra Series H05. Like 240mm liquid cooler, which is actually installed inside there, and we can take a look. But this is a 38mm thickness radiator, so it's slightly thicker than their previous series, and they're showcasing it here with nice thick tubing. So there you go. This is the 760T. Nothing really much to say aside that aesthetically it is different, and they've kept the identical interior as to the 750D. This is also another 760T, and as you can see, it's a different color mode basically. So it's a black on black. The LEDs you guys see inside here have been installed. They do not come included with the case, but exactly the same concept here as with the other case. Removable side panel is simply showing us exactly what's inside there, and the other panel is identical. So it is not clear through, it's completely covered, but it is easily removable, simply like so. It is also plastic, so perhaps if you have very bad cable management there, it might have a little bit of flex if you're trying to close it. But there we go. So also on the front, this is a removable dust filter that showcases two 140 and 120mm fan mounts, which is awesome. So removable dust filter is pretty sweet. And coming to the top here, as you can see, there isn't any dust filter, which is kind of unfortunate, but it will come with a cover in case you want to sort of go for that silent build, but fortunately no dust filter. So this is the 760T. Let's go ahead and check out sort of a budget-oriented design, which is the other one. So this is the Graphite series. This is the 730T, not the 760T. So as you can see, it doesn't have the acrylic side panel. There are two fan mounts over there, and it utilizes the same latch design for both side panels, both there in the front, and it includes basically all the identical interior is the 750D. The only difference here is there's no acrylic side panel like on the other case. So let's go ahead now and check out the 250D. This is the Obsidian. This is one of the very impressive cases that we saw here, because it is so tiny, and when you're dealing with sort of these space constraints, there's a lot of design features that have to be sort of thought about, because space efficiency in such a small compact form factor is very important. So why don't we go ahead and take off these few side panels. So there we go. It is pretty modular. You take off the side panels just by sliding them off, and of course they are secured with screws as well. But as you can see, they have installed a mini ITX system inside, but what's very impressive, it supports a full ATX power supply at the bottom. It has a 240mm radiator on one side and a full-length graphics cards on the other side. So of course, space constraints will be sort of incorporated into this case. So if you're building a mini ITX system, you do have to think about the length of your graphics card. But the fact that this case does support both a 240mm radiator and a full-size graphics card and a full-size power supply is very, very impressive from this Obsidian 250D. And we also, let me see if I can spin this around somehow. There we go. We have a hard drive, both for SSDs and 3.5-inch drives, so two of each, removable from the back, which is awesome, very convenient to access those. We have, looks like 80mm fan mounts here, and also very impressive is these dust filters. So this is the same idea as on the Obsidian. It is a magnetic dust filter that is attached to the side panel at the front here, so that if you do decide to install those fans and that water cooler, for either intake or exhaust. It will be dust proof, so that's awesome to see. And the other side panel is also dust proof. So this is the Obsidian 250D. And one more thing to mention before we head out is the front also is dust proof. So there's that removable dust filter that we've come to expect from the Obsidian series. So a lot of new cases here with the Corsair CES 2014 booth. It seems like the 760T is designed for that that, as you saw said, those systems were amazingly beautiful. So if you really want to show off those systems, the 760T, the black version is $169 and $179 for the white version because it's a little more expensive. The 250D is priced going to be at $89.99, and the 730T, so it's sort of a more of a mid-tower version, not a mid-tower, sorry, the mid-budget level, so does not incorporate the acrylic side panel, is going to be $30 cheaper than the others. So this is $139. Giving us those competitive price points. It is Corsair, so you are expected to pay sort of the premium, but really looking forward to sort of testing out these cases, how they stack up in terms of airflow, because it does have a different design. So guys, this has been our coverage here at CES Corsair booth at CES 2014, and don't forget to subscribe.